From the hundreds of fish habitat improvement projects across the Northwest,
you're at 23 3/4.
to this metal fabrication shop in Eastern Oregon. Every year, millions of dollars are spent on the ground improving streams, rivers, and wetlands. And while the program, funded largely by Bonneville Power, delivers real benefits for fish and wildlife, those dollars also help the region in another way. The projects create jobs. Where would you be without these habitat restoration projects? Where would your company be?
I guess we would have half the equipment, half the employees, and half the work.
The owner of Thompson Bros Excavating in Vancouver says since the economic slowdown, approximately half of his company's work is fish habitat restoration.
It seems like every job's got some kind of, wetland type work, mitigation.
According to recent statistics from the University of Oregon, for every $1 million spent on forest and watershed restoration, on average, 17 jobs are created. In 2010, Bonneville Power spent more than $97 million on habitat restoration in 4 northwestern states, supporting an estimated 1,700 jobs. For example, this metal fabrication shop in John Day employs 25 people. Funded in part by BPA, every year the workers construct dozens of fish screens used to stop salmon and steelhead from getting trapped in irrigation ditches.
There's a lot of unemployment, and so the kind of restoration work that we're engaged in really does aid the local economy.
A Northwest conservation group called the Columbia Land Trust hires for habitat restoration work, and a portion of its projects are also funded through the BPA.
Not only the actual construction, but also planting trees, planting vegetation, removing invasive species.
And the improvements to fish habitat often occur on tribal lands, where the projects support jobs in those communities as well.
That has a great impact. When the fish come back, it provides employment to people who are providing the meals, the fishing supplies.
They buy gas in the local communities, they shop for their equipment supplies in the local communities, so there is a trickle-down effect.
We had just minimal guys laid off on unemployment this winter. We worked quite a bit through the winter. And their families, their kids are getting the paychecks, and it's really helped our employees.